About 9:30 on Thursday mornings, we visit with our good friend, cartoonist Brian Duffy. And this week, Brian celebrates a record that was broken that will probably never be touched, that our very own governor broke just a couple days ago. Every week as we learn a little something about what is going on in the world. And boy, you have a great topic this morning, because something everybody seems to be talking about this week.
I think so. I mean, it is a very impressive record. It's a 200. We have somebody in our state has just broken a 211-year-old record, and that is for days served as governor. He broke George Clinton, who was the governor of New York. He broke his record, last week? Well, actually, Monday.
To be clear, not a funk musician.
No. This was, I mean, it was the same kind of hairstyle, but it was only one color. Okay.
But this is a guy from the Revolutionary War.
Right.
Not Branstad.
He was.
No. Okay.
Well, yeah, both. George Clinton was the governor in pre-revolutionary, pre-constitutional, and post-constitutional history.
Wow.
And just now we're breaking the record.
And just now we're breaking the record. Now, if we just looked at post-constitutional history, Branstad would have had the record quite a while ago.
Okay.
So, but since we're lumping them all together, I mean, we're going to say that yes, he has.
This is the overall record.
This is the overall record, and it must have been kismet, whatever you want to call it, that I came here in 1983, and I had this guy that was just perfect for me to draw. Just perfect. He's the youngest governor in Iowa's history.
Right.
All right, I granted I'm a little over 6'2", so most people are smaller than I am. So I've drawn him a little bit shorter, but
it's perception.
But it's perception. But the amazing thing is, this guy has run for office 20 times.
Are you doing young Terry or old Terry?
Huh? Well, you know what? We're going to make him look a little. We're going to split the differences.
Okay.
How does that sound? Not going to be young or old, just kind of probably in between. But he's run for office 20 times, and that's as a legislator, and that's also as lieutenant governor for
already
Governor
at
Bob
that
Ray.
point right there, I can tell who you're drawing.
Well, all you got to do is the cheeks, and you're done. It's the cheeks and the mustache, which I should have probably started out with, and everybody would have known who it was. Now, it really is quite an accomplishment. I mean, it really is stunning. You consider that Iowa has been a state since 1846, and in that time, if we added up all of the days, Branstad would have served 12.4% of all of the days that the state has been considered a state.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Which is really, really amazing. And it's, it really is quite a record. And I think it goes to the fact that he knows how to speak to people. He loves to get out in the crowds and get out to the small towns and do all of the ribbon cuttings and travel all of the counties every single election cycle. And it makes a big difference in Iowa.
We love that here in Iowa.
Everybody does, but they also know when somebody's genuine and when somebody's not. And I think that what you see with Branstad is what you get. I mean, I think he's a pretty genuine article. You don't, he's not going to be something that he cannot feel comfortable not being.
Of the over 7,000 days he's served as our governor, has he ever done anything to really rock the boat?
No, not really, but I think he's done a lot to kind of help in times of tough weather, shall we say. You consider the farm crisis back in 1982. He was, I would say, fairly instrumental in helping the state get through that, and also to expand their our base for our economy, so it wasn't completely stuck to agriculture. And he's also introduced things such as, we had parimutuel betting. One of the first cartoons that I ever drew was on parimutuel betting. That was the horse tracks and the dog tracks. So he's been around for that. He's been around for all the gambling, all of you name it, really. The caucuses. He's been the one that has kept the caucuses around.
Pre-lottery,
Pre-lottery, pre-everything.
I can't help but notice that you've said so far mostly positive things about a Republican governor.
Well, you know what? You have to. If a person is in office that long, there is something that they're doing right.
Not too often when you can find a candidate or a person sitting in office, regardless of a Democrat or a Republican, that even Democrats, even Republicans, they have a tendency to agree, yeah, he's done a pretty good job.
Well, it's tough to knock him if you haven't lost an election and you've had different candidates running against you all that time. It's difficult to really knock what he's done. I mean, there are things that I don't agree with, and I would say that everybody in both parties could say the same thing, but he's kind of kept a specific keel going along, and he doesn't really change that much. And he's been very successful at it. But I think the biggest thing with him is his way of relating to people and going into these towns. And if somebody from Iowa can say, I could almost know him on a first name basis, that says so much. And he really enjoyed that. And we've had other governors that have not enjoyed it so much, and they're not here anymore.
I think he's very approachable. I think you're right.
Yes.
I think anybody in the state would feel comfortable walking up to him and say, "Hey, Sherry, you got a problem? I want to talk to you."
And he is very down to earth. I mean, like I said, you might not agree with everything he's done, but you can't really, you can't really argue with the records.
So how many days has he been in office today then?
That'll be 7,645 days and counting. And he has not said that he's not going to run.
I was just going to ask, is this the last term? Are there more in his future?
Well, he said he has not made his mind up there. And take a look at Senator Grassley. I mean, he just keeps going and going and going. So
Energizer Bunny.
Exactly.
Something in the water, the corn, the pork.
I don't know. Yeah.
You name it.
You name it.
It hasn't. Well done. But again, saluting the great governor of ours.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well done there, my friend.
Thank you,
Thank you, Duffy.
We'll be right back. You're watching Great Day. Terry Owens for you.